Knowledge can only be got in one way. Knowledge can only be got in one way, the way of experience. The way of experience. There is no other way to know it. There is no other way to know it by Swami Vivekananda. Hi everyone, this is Akshay, Faculty of Mathematics, Vivek Vidya Youth Forum, New Delhi. In our previous session, we had introduced to quadratic equations using factorization method. In this session, we will be discussing few example numericals given under this session. So without wasting much time, let's get started with example numericals of the chapter quadratic equations. Let's get started. Example 1 and 2 were discussed in the previous session. In this session, we will be discussing from example 3. Question reads like this. Find the roots of the equations. This is the equation which is given by method of factorization, by factorization. Okay. So now, splitting the middle term. I have told you how to split the middle term. You should get that has the product or the sum of those two. So minus 5x can be written as minus 2x minus 3x. This is nothing but equal to minus 5x only. Right? This is nothing but equal to minus 5x. And then we know 2x square into 3x. 2x square into 3x is equal to 6x square, and minus 2x into minus 3 is also 6x square. So this is the proper method of splitting the middle term. Okay. So now write the equation which is given in the question. This is what is given. This is what is given in the question. Write the equation, and this step we have split the middle term. In this step, we have started grouping them. We have started grouping them. Here we have got two linear factors. Two linear factors. Here we have got two linear factors. So later, these two linear factors, the quadratic equation, this quadratic equation can also be expressed in terms of these two linear factors. Write down the statement. And I repeat again, no need to write all these things while you are attending your main exam because time won't permit. So write down the important steps which I will be writing while solving the exercise problem. Your example is to make you people understand. So I will be expressing all in details. Right. Then. So the value of x for which this are same as this. We have told this equation can be rewritten in this way. So the values can also be rewritten. So equate them separately into 0 to 0. Then when you equate 2x minus 3 to 0, you get x is equal to 3 by 2. I will write how you equate it. Three by 2. Got it? This way. X is equal to minus 1 equal to 0. How you equate this? I will write it over here. x is equal to 1. Got it? So these are the solutions for the equations. They are the solutions for the equation. In other words, 1 and 3 by 2 are the roots of the equations. Instead of solutions for the equation, we can express using few scientific notations as roots of the equation. This is the equation. So that is the equation. Verify that these roots give back the same equations. If you substitute 1 in the above quadratic equation, you will get back 0. And if you substitute 3 by 2 in quadratic equation, you will get back 0. Right. So let me just clear this slide and the previous slide and wait for a second so that you can copy it down. As I have told, copy it simultaneously. Why I say copy it simultaneously is that let us not waste much time in copying down the notes. That's it. One simple intention is that. Next. One note which is supposed to be remembered. We have found the roots of this equation by the factorization method. We get two linear factors, equate each factor to 0. This is what you have to remember. I have almost told in few places, whereas heading is given as concept insight. When I give the heading concept insight, this is the concept which you have to remember in order to tackle these kinds of questions. So next. Don't worry, I will scroll it up and down later after the complete session is over again, so that you can copy it down. Let me just continue with this session over here. Find the roots of the quadratic equations. Just if they give this as the heading, find the roots of the quadratic equation, you can use any method. They won't actually specify in the exam. To be more specific, they won't actually specify in the exam. If they specific using this method, you have to use that method only. Else, you can use any method which is comfortable for you, either quadratic formula, factorization, completing the square, and then taking the square root. That is one method is there. So using all those methods, you can solve this type of quadratic equations. So rather than that, I suggest you use factorization method, which is actually simpler for us to solve, and we get the answer easily over here. Quadratic formula is also easy only. You can solve for it. No problem. So yeah, first, as I have told, you have to write what is given. What is given? I think it got hacked. What is given, and this is a step where you will split the middle term. Middle term is getting splitted over here, and then in this step you will start grouping them. In this step you get two linear factors, okay, and then this roots of this equation can be expressed. This equation can also be expressed like this. Therefore the roots of this equation can be found out like this by equating it to 0. Okay, I will say you how you got get 2 by 3 L minus 1 by 2. Okay, this we are done. Okay, then here this side I will solve. Equals 0. Just clear this part. Minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. Okay. Right. So this is how we find the roots. Therefore, you have to write this conclusion statement. We expect whoever correct the paper, they expect you write this statement. This has these two has the roots. By checking that 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 2 satisfies the equation. We have to check that. Substitute 2 by 3 in place of x. Substitute 1 by 2 in place of x. Okay, like if you are substituting 2 by 3, it's in the place of x square as well as in x, you'll substitute 2 by 3 only. If you're substituting minus 1 by 2 in the place in these both two places, you substitute minus 1 by 2 only. Got it? We're done with this. Next question. If I am going a bit quick, if I am a bit fast, put me a comment saying that you're a bit fast. I will record the video again back and I will slow down a bit. That's it. No need to worry. If any suggestions required also, put it in the comment below. I am going a bit fast just because let us just complete the portions. Since we have a very little time, we have to complete a lot of portions, and we have appendix 1, appendix 2, which contains mathematical modeling, reasoning, and all. Those are completely theoretical part. That is a part of your supplementary worksheet. So it's difficult for us to complete at the end. So let me just take that in the middle and let me just complete bits by bit so that the end part doesn't become a rush for us. That's it. So next quadratic equation which is given to us is this. This is the next quadratic equation given to us. So yeah, has this. The steps follows. Write the given. So here we have split the middle term. Grouping. Here two linear factors. So roots can be found out like this. This is one. For this, root is this one. And for this, oh, the factors are repeated. So the roots will be the same. Sorry. So the factors are repeated in this case. So the roots will be the same. For this also, the root is the same, which is equal to root 2 by 3. Therefore, the roots of this equation are. You have to write it twice. Even though factors are repeated, you have to write it twice because we know quadratic equation has two roots. Has two roots. Quadratic equation has two roots. So yeah, example 6. As I have told dear students, these types of questions should be read 3 types. One type I'm reading. Suppose a charity trust decides to build a player hall having a carpet area of 300 square meter. Suppose a charity trust decides to build a player hall having a carpet area of 300 square meters with its length 1 meter more than twice its breadth, with its length 1 meter more than twice its breadth. What should be the length and breadth of the all. What should be the length and breadth of the hull? Right. This is first type. Second type, suppose a charity trust decides to build a player hall having a carpet area of 300 square meter with a length 1 meter more than twice its breadth. What should be the length and breadth of the hall? Third type, read it carefully, take a pen and a paper, start noting down the details. We found that the breadth of the hall is X meters. Okay, I think so. This is actually one of the example numerical given in the first page of NCERT textbook. Yeah, I love remember this. This is a question given in NCERT textbook, first page itself. They have given some diagram and they have expressed this. So I have not just written the diagram. There we have formed already the quadratic equation. How to form the quadratic equation is given in our NCERT textbook. Sorry, why am I underlining so much? So this equation given in first page of the chapter. First page of the chapter. First page of the chapter. Applying the method of factorization, we can, the middle term x is split in this way. This is how we split the middle term. And in this method, we have started grouping it. We have got two linear factors. So the roots of the equation. So I'm going a bit quick so that we have already got a hold on the concept of factorization method. So it's easy for us to solve. So these two are the roots of the equation. Since x is the breadth of the all, it cannot be negative. So this is ignored. It cannot be negative. Why x cannot be negative? Because let me take this as a whole. So this is the length, this is the breadth. So breadth is always a distance, it's always a scalar. So we can, it cannot be negative, cannot be negative. Thus the breadth of the hall is 12 meters, length of the hall is 2 times plus 1, 25 meters, right? And thank you for watching this video. Hope the concepts are clear. Uh, Before I end the session, let me just scroll down from the beginning so that you can copy it easily. Give me a minute. Pause the video, copy down the notes. If you have liked this video, please click on the thumbs up button. Please do share this video. Please do post your doubts in the comment window. Thank you. In the next session, we will be meeting up with exercise numericals of Unit 2 of Quadratic Equation chapter. Let's meet up in the next session. Thank you.